This is the OTB Network.
Hello everyone, and welcome to a very busy Belmont Stakes edition of Horses and Courses. I'm Jean Wood. We will begin, however, before we head to Belmont, several other interesting races run around the country. We're going to start things out at Philadelphia Park in the running of the ungraded Greenwood Cup, $100,000 mile and a half on the turf, run on a yielding surface on Saturday afternoon at Philadelphia. Let's pick up the Greenwood Cup in progress.
51 and 2 for the half. They're into the clubhouse turn, and Actual Illusion continues to show the way. Actual Illusion on top, a length and a half. Speed of Light edging in a closer second. Host is just in behind those two now. Host looms a dangerous third. No Limos for You broke on top, but has been dropping back steadily. On the inside now, it's Monkey Puzzle in hand, has been taken to the middle of the course, and begins to run on for the back of the pack. They are midway up the backstretch for the final time, and Speed of Light going up to put more pressure on Actual Illusion. Host has come to the outside. He's holding a length and a half back. On the inside, Monkey Puzzle trying to get into it. Valley Man is also in contention here. In hand is 3 wide at the 3/8 pole with about 3 to make up. Onto the far turn they go. Speed of Light able to wrest the lead from Actual Illusion. Immediate challenge coming on the outside from Host. Monkey Puzzle being ridden along in third. On the outside, In Hand is fourth and still 3 lengths away. Brenton Bridge has made up good ground at the inside. Something Rushing is closed from the back of the pack. The field turns for home. On the outside, it's Host. Host to tackle, Speed of Light. In Hand is kicked in. In Hand full of run here. In Hand surging to the lead just inside the 8 pole. Host trying to stay with him. Monkey Puzzle at the inside third. It's down to In Hand and Host. Host is very game on the inside. In Hand on the outside. Here's the wire. It's In Hand. In Hand prevails by a neck. Host was second. Monkey Puzzle was third.
In Hand, and Rafael Mojica picking up a nice victory here from off the pace by a neck over Host, shipping in from out of town for this effort. Monkey Puzzle, who we've seen most recently in New York and some fairly competitive high claiming company, picking up the third spot as the favorite after being reserved early, making a bid early on in the stretch. The winner, In Hand, is a 4-year-old dark bay or brown son of Belong to Me from Summer Fantasy by Summer Squall. Bred in Kentucky by G. Watts Humphrey and owned by Shining Armor Stable and G. Watts Humphrey, trained by Phil Oliver, and ridden to victory by Rafael Mojica Jr. In Hand covers the mile and a half on a yielding surface in 2:33 and 1. We're going to continue now with racing action from Delaware Park. A pair of stakes over the weekend, beginning on Saturday with the John W. Rooney Handicap, $100,000 for older fillies and mares. This race was scheduled to go on the turf at 1 1/8, was taken off and run at the same distance. Let's head down to Delaware Park and the running of the Rooney.
Half in 48 and 1, and on the front end, caught in the rain by a head. Shiny Sheep moves up in between horses. Formal Miss with the wall. Aztec Pearl is a close-up fourth. A length and a half further back to Jarmar Rain. Then a gap of 3.5 lengths to Database as they make their way into the turn. On the front end, they're still doing battle. Caught in the rain. Formal Miss, Shiny Sheep, they're across the track. Right there is Aztec Pearl, followed by Jarmar Rain, still 3 lengths to Database, who's trying to join the fray as they race around the turn. The 6 win in 1, 12 and 4. They're still battling on the front end. Shiny Sheep caught in the rain. Our head-to-head Formal Misses drop back a bit to the outside. Aztec Pearl and Database begins to rally from the back as they head for home. Still wide open. Shiny Sheep to the front, leads it by about a length and 3/4. In between horses, Aztec Pearl, Jarmar Rain on the far outside. It's Database and toward the inside, caught in the rain, but Shiny Sheet in front, and Shiny Sheet is going to win the Rooney Memorial. Shiny Sheet by about 2.5 lengths. Aztec Pearl second. Jarmar Rain gets third.
Shiny Sheet picking up a 2+ length victory as the favorite. She was close to the pace throughout, made a bid on the second turn to victory. Aztec Pearl rallied from off the pace into the second spot as Jarmar Rain followed her with a move 4 wide into the top of the stretch, leading her into the third spot. The winner, Shiny Sheet, is a 6-year-old bay mare, a daughter of Press Card for Miss Otis by One for All. Bred in Maryland by Mrs. Henry Rathbun and Henry T. Rathbun, owned by the breeders, trained by Charles Hadry, and ridden to victory by Jeremy Rose. Shiny Sheet covers the 1 1/8 at Delaware Park in 1:53 and 1. Delaware Park Stakes feature on Sunday, the Nick Shuck Memorial, $75,000 for 3-year-olds. Again, carded on the turf, this one taken off the turf, again, due to continued poor weather in the area. Let's head back down to Delaware Park and join the Nick Shuck in progress.
As they move down the Delaware backstretch, Going for Success has it by 2 over Johnny Tornado. Paddington toward the inside in third. Followed by Irish Laddie, now on the move, slipping through an opening, now angles to the outside for clear sailing. Matinicus Rock is back in the fifth. Wanaka is the trailer still after a solid half in 46-4. They race into the turn. Coin for Success by 3 lengths. Irish Laddie's charge up on the outside. Paddington toward the inside. Johnny Tornado now back in the fourth. Wanaka is trying to muster a rally. Matinicus Rock is the trailer with 3/8 to go. Coin for Success still going well on the front end. Irish Laddie and Paddington. And on the outside, Wanaka's making a move. Now quickly takes over second, is going after the leader. Coin for Success cuts the 6 in 1:11-2 as they head for home. Coin for Success in front by 2.5. Wanaka, the best threat now in second, as Paddington is flattened out, as has Irish Laddie. A furlong to go, and Coin for Success is still going strong. Wanaka is second best. It's Coin for Success in the Nick Shuck. They're not going to catch Coin for Success. Wanaka second, Paddington third.
Coin for Success. Norberto Arroyo recently shipping in and shifting his tack to Delaware Park here, picking up his first stakes victory of the meet at 9-1 by 2+ lengths on the front end over Wanaka, with Paddington, Michael Dickinson's color bearer, finishing in the third spot. This horse had been in against some pretty nice horses early in his career. In fact, they had hopes that this guy might be a classic contender. Trying to shift him onto the turf didn't work out here, although I wouldn't be surprised to see him on the turf in the near future. The winner, Coin for Success, is a 3-year-old bay gelding, a son of Gold Token from Ding-a-Ling by Phone Trick. A New York bred in New York by the Underhill Investment Corporation, owned by Steve Peskoff and trained by Del Carroll II. Norberto Arroyo rides. Coin for Success covers the 1 1/16 on the wet fast track in 1 minute 45 seconds flat. We're going to continue now with racing action from Churchill Downs. On Saturday, they ran a pair of stakes races, beginning with the Kentucky Breeders' Cup Stakes for 2-year-olds, a Grade 2, $125,000 5.5 furlong sprint. Let's head down to Kentucky and the running of the Kentucky Breeders' Cup.
Off and running in the Kentucky Breeders' Cup. Lunar Pal broke like a shot and goes straight to the front. Consolidator broke well, came away second. Cat torn up the inside and joined the fray in 2 back to Smoke Warning, who trails up the backside. Lunar Pal in front by a neck. Cat torn the long shot, pressing for the rail in second. Consolidator now tracks a clear cut third. Smoke Warning at the back is 4 lengths off the pace. Around the turn they go. Lunar Pal 3/4 in front. Consolidator attacking now from the outside up into second. Smoke Warning gains far outside third. Cat torn under pressure at the back of the pack. The quarter 22-1 as they wind around the turn of the quarter pole. Lunar Pal in front by 2 and widening as they straighten away now. Consolidator put to a drive to catch him in second. Smoke Warning far outside third, and Cat torn down to the final for the Lunar Pal in charge, winning it by 2 with a furlong to go. Consolidator put to the whip in second, as is Smoke Warning third. In deep stretch, it's Lunar Pal in front by 2. Consolidator game second. Lunar Pal, Consolidator coming out of late. Lunar Pal, Consolidator. Lunar Pal holds him off to win. Consolidator second, Smoke Warning third in the Kentucky Breeders' Cup.
Lunar Pal runs his record to 3 for 3 very impressively by a neck as a game winner over Consolidator, who rallied nicely from just off the pace after a beginning that was a little bit bumpy. Smoke Warning back in the third spot in the short field of 4 after an early scratch. The winner, Lunar Pal, is a 2-year-old son of Successful Appeal from Quiet Eclipse by Quiet American. He was bred in Florida by William Heiligbrod, owned by Heiligbrod Racing Stable and trained by Steve Asmussen. Ridden to victory by Shane Sellers, Lunar Pal covers the 5.5 furlongs in Kentucky in 1:04 flat. We had an additional stakes race at Churchill Downs on Saturday, the Dogwood Stakes, which had been canceled the previous week due to weather problems. The Dogwood for 3-year-old fillies, going 1 1/16. Let's head back to Churchill now in the running of the Dogwood.
Off and running in the Dogwood Breeders' Cup. And her sister Broke Well takes a short lead from Stellar Jane on the outside to join her now. And Song Track came away third. Dynaville fourth, and Galloping Gal is at the back around the first turn, quartering wide. And her sister and Calvin Burrell opening up a length and 3/4 on Stellar Jane. A clear-cut second now. Dynaville third by just a length. The Galloping Gal and Song Track is at the back of a bunch field. Just 4.5 lengths off the pace as they wheel on to the backside at a slow clip here. And her sister in command, leading it a length and 1/4 to Stellar Jane. Second, Galloping Gal will force the issue from the inside. And Dynaville and Song Track at the back, the quarter 24 and 3/5 seconds. And her sister 3 parts of a length in front of Stellar Jane in second, Galloping Gal third by 2. Dynaville now 3 lengths off the pace and 2 in front of Song Track, who trails. Half mile and 48 and 3, moving to a half-mile pole now. And her sister dictating the terms, 3/4 in front. Stellar Jane keeps her company. Second, Galloping Gal now nudged along in third at the rail. Dynaville next by 2. And Song Track at the back of the pack now 7 lengths off the pace, midway on that far turn. And her sister still a neck in front. Stellar Jane right there prompting second. Dynaville's put to a drive to catch the top pair. Whips out now on Galloping Gal, and 3 back to Song Track at the back of the stretch drive. Stellar Jane poking her nose in front now. And her sister, the whip pulled out by Burrell. Here comes Dynaville on the outside. Galloping Gal and Song Track final furlong. Stellar Jane has taken charge under Robbie Alvarado. Stellar Jane pulls away by 2. And her sister couldn't go with her. Dynaville's up into second. Deep stretch. Stellar Jane is clear. Stellar Jane winning the dogwood by 3. Dynaville was second, and her sister third in 1:43 flat.
Stellar Jane picking up the 3 1/4 length victory over Dynaville, who's been sprinting on the turf of late. Early pace setter Ender's Sister holds on well to finish in the 3rd spot as the odds-on choice. The winner, Stellar Jane, a gray or roan 3-year-old daughter of Wild Rush from To the Hunt by Relaunch. She was bred by the Wind Hill Farm in Kentucky, owned by Spendthrift Farm Limited, and trained by D. Wayne Lucas. Ridden to victory by Robbie Alvarado. Stellar Jane covers the 1 1/16 at Churchill Downs in 1 minute, 43 seconds flat. We're going to pause now for a brief message, and when we return, we'll be heading west to Hollywood Park for their weekend stakes action. Please stay tuned.
This year, many thoroughbreds, no longer able to compete, will join the ranks of racing's homeless. Since 1982, the Thoroughbred Retirement Foundation and its supporters have been providing help and hope for those in need, creating opportunities where once there were none. The TRF, together with the racing industry, is meeting the challenge, taking care of their own. Yesterday's innovative concepts, combining the TRF's rescue mission with educational and rehabilitation goals, have become today's life-saving success stories and a track record of unsurpassed growth. Safely retired thoroughbreds are now enjoying second careers, bringing responsibility, healing, and purpose to the lives of those who need it most. With your help, we can continue our saving mission, ensuring many more horses the welcome home they so richly deserve.
Welcome back, everyone, to Horses and Courses. We're going to continue now with Hollywood Park's weekend stakes racing, beginning with the Desert Stormer Handicap. Grade 3 sprint for older fillies and mares. Let's head to Hollywood now in the running of the Desert Stormer.
They're off. Jet into Houston and Coconut Girl break 1-2. Emma Bovary away in third at the rail. Hope Rises and Stormica alongside her. Now Emma Bovary is 5th of the backstretch. She's last early. It is Jet into Houston in front. She's in front by a neck from Coconut Girl, who races in second. To the outside, Stormica is 3 deep. Emma Bovary now tucked in behind the leaders. She's 4th at the rail and 2 off the lead. Could need racing room leaving the backstretch. And the trailer is Hope Rises as they go into the far turn in the 8th Desert Stormer Handicap. And Emma Bovary had to check off heels leaving the backstretch. She shuffled herself back, and it cost her about 2 lengths. Emma Bovary going to have to be much the best today. Coconut Girl and Jet into Houston. Stormica 3 deep. Emma Bovary immediately back into the bit, but now Bobby Gonzalez has nowhere to go. Going to have to search for a seam. It'll be 3 deep, and Emma Bovary's now a length from the lead. It is Coconut Girl who gets the jump. Emma Bovary has got to go right now if she wants to make it 10 in a row. Coconut Girl reaches for the final 16. Emma Bovary is still 2 back in second. Coconut Girl. Emma Bovary doesn't look like she can get there. Coconut Girl has done it. Coconut Girl ends the win streak for Emma Bovary and wins a length and a quarter. Emma Bovary a troubled second. Stormica third. Jet into Houston, finish fourth.
Coconut Girl pulls off a bit of an upset here. She was 5-1, but the upset mainly because Emma Bovary had a 10-race win streak heading into this race, did fall short by a length and a quarter, finishing second. Stormica back in the third spot after a little bit of a difficult break. She did make a nice bid on the turn, but came back a little bit short. The winner, Coconut Girl, is a dark bay or brown 5-year-old daughter of Crypto Clearance from Sarabi by Lost Code. She was bred in Kentucky by Leslie Grimm and Scotty Schulhofer, owned by the JPF Investments and trained by Paul Aguirre. Ridden to victory by Victor Espinoza, who had a very good week of riding, and out at Hollywood Park. Coconut Girl covers the 6 furlongs in 1:08 and 4. We're going to head right back to Hollywood for more fillies and mares, this time the Honeymoon Breeders' Cup Handicap. This one for 3-year-old fillies going 1 1/8 on the turf. Let's head back to Hollywood in the running of the Honeymoon.
They're off. Lovely Rafaela broke running and goes right out for the front. Rather Have Rubies away in second. Sagita Ra taken back off the pace. Western Hemisphere on the move through from the inside, and there goes Western Hemisphere all the way up to take over the lead. Shake Off and Amarama are next, then Vencedora Amiga, and the early trailer is Ticker Tape. It's Western Hemisphere to set the fractions at the clubhouse turn, and now she scampers away. Western Hemisphere well off the rail and 2.5 lengths in front of Lovely Rafaela, who sits second, a similar margin. Rather Have Rubies is third. She's now 5 from the front. Sagita Ra tucked in at the rail just inside of Rather Have Rubies. Amarama has 8 lengths to make up. Ticker Tape is out of last place, and here she comes 8 from the lead. Then Vencedora Amiga and Shake Off at the back of the pack. They are 10 lengths from the uncontested front runner Western Hemisphere, who's aggressive under Javier Santiago. It is Western Hemisphere now trying to take a breather midway on the backstretch. Western Hemisphere slows it down just a bit to the 4.5 and leads by 2.5 lengths. Lovely Rafaela continues to track in second. Rather Have Rubies is now 3.5 from the front. Sagita Ra, Amarama between horses, and a 3-wide Ticker Tape. All 4 from the lead. Then Vencedora Amiga and Shake Off, and Western Hemisphere only leads by a 1/2 length. We'll see if she's got something left for the final furlong, and Western Hemisphere leads by a tight length. Lovely Rafaela is second. Ticker Tapes all the way up to third. Sagita Ra has saved a lot of ground. She's got a chance, and Lovely Rafaela collars Western Hemisphere. Sagita Ra's at the rail. Ticker Tapes less than 2 from the front. They come to the final furlong. Lovely Rafaela, a stubborn Western Hemisphere. Ticker Tapes got to go right now. Sagita Ra just inside of her. Lovely Rafaela. Western Hemisphere coming back at her. Western Hemisphere, Lovely Rafaela, these two right together. It's a bob of the noses. Could go either way. Western Hemisphere and Lovely Rafaela hit the wire together.
Lovely Rafaela, Victor Espinoza once again, this time by a nose, as a long shot 16-1 over one of the choices, Western Hemisphere. Sagita Ra back in the third spot. The favorite in the field was Ticker Tape. She did have a little bit of trouble at the beginning. She angled in rather sharply, but she just got beaten for the third spot. A little disappointing to many as she finished off the board just over even money. The winner, Lovely Rafaela, a dark bay or brown 3-year-old filly, a daughter of AP Indy from Campen Yard, making her a half to stakes winner, Rize. She was bred in Kentucky by the Diamond Day Racing Corporation, owned by TNT Stud and trained by Paulo Lobo. Ridden to victory by the red-hot Victor Espinoza, Lovely Rafaela covers the 1 1/8 on the turf in 1:49 and 4. 2-year-old fillies coming up next in the Cinderella, the ungraded $75,000 Cinderella Stakes for 2-year-old fillies going 5.5. Let's head back to Hollywood in the running of the Cinderella.
They're off. Swiss Please and Lady Siphonica. Lady Siphonica fastest and to the front. Souvenir Gift away in third. Iriza breaks fourth. Then Luck and Fame, and the trailer is Fortunate Event. Swiss Please engages Lady Siphonica up the backstretch. These two even into the far turn. It's 2 lengths to Souvenir Gift. Luck and Fame going to need a way through. Luck and Fame had to check off heels, and she's got a lot of run, but absolutely nowhere to go right now. Iriza races in 5th. She's less than 4 from the front, and the trailer is Fortunate Event, and they round the far turn. Souvenir Gift 3 wide outside of Lady Siphonica. These two have opened up a length and a quarter on Swiss Please, and Souvenir Gift is running a monster race at the top of the stretch. stretch. She's in the 3 path and about to take clear charge. Fortunate Event and Luck and Fame have 6 to come to catch Souvenir Gift, who is running away in the Cinderella Stakes. Souvenir Gift putting on a big performance today. She has opened up a 6-length lead on Fortunate Event in second, then Swiss Please in third. It is Souvenir Gift, a good-looking winner here. Souvenir Gift coasts home and wins by 4. Wow, could have been twice that. Fortunate Event was second. Swiss Please third, and Luck and Fame finished fourth.
Souvenir Gift, another bit of an upset here, picking up the victory. Souvenir Gift close to the pace every step of the way, drawing clear 4.5 from Fortunate Event. Under the wire, Swiss Please back in the third spot after being involved right from the start as the 2-to-1 choice. The winner, Souvenir Gift, is a 2-year-old bay filly, a daughter of Souvenir Copy, from Alleged Gift by Alleged. Bred in Kentucky by Mrs. John Maybe and owned by Sam Semkin and Gregory Unroll. Trained by Sam Semkin and ridden to victory by Mike Smith. Souvenir Gift covers the 5.5 furlongs of the Cinderella in 104 and 4. We're going to head right back to Hollywood Park one more time for one more filly and mare race, the Hawthorne Handicap, a grade 3 for older fillies and mares, going 1 mile and a 16th. Let's head back to Hollywood and the running of the Hawthorne.
They're off. Good start for Miss Lauren. Lady Thatcher, Pesci between horses, and there goes Pesci up to take over the lead. Sparkling Ava and Summer Wind Dancer are next. Now Lady Thatcher drops back and bumps with Makeup Artist and Honey Penny at the back of the pack. It will be Mike Smith and Pesci to set the pace. Sparkling Ava is a tugging second, but Pesci is the leader to the backstretch. She's 1.25 lengths in front. Sparkling Ava is second. Then it's 2 lengths to Makeup Artist, who suddenly passes 3 and gets up into third. She's 3 from the front. Miss Lauren is 3 deep, and Honey Penny is 4 wide to the backstretch. Summer Wind Dancer has 1 beat. She is 6 lengths from Pesci up the backstretch, and now the trailer is Lady Thatcher as they head 5 furlongs from the wire. In the 31st Hawthorne Handicap, and Pesci is comfortable and uncontested. It is Pesci in charge past the half-mile pole. She leads it by a measured 1 3/4 lengths from Sparkling Ava, who tracks in second. Summer Wind Dancer has moved through at the rail. She's third now, could soon get into second. Summer Wind Dancer within 3 of Pesci, leaving the backstretch. Honey Penny and Makeup Artist have 5 to come. Miss Lauren has dropped out of it. Lady Thatcher was never in it, and they run to the quarter pole, and Pesci is fresh, fit, and strong. She goes to the quarter-mile marker. Summer Wind Dancer gonna be her danger as she comes in second, now 1.5 lengths from the front-running Pesci. Sparkling Ava didn't go on. Honey Penny is 5 from Pesci as they head to the top of the stretch. Mike Smith has yet to go to work on Pesci, but he'll have to now because here comes Summer Wind Dancer alongside. Summer Wind Dancer takes over the lead. Pesci has absolutely no response, and Summer Wind Dancer runs right by and is going to win it. Summer Wind Dancer, yes. The 31st Hawthorne Handicap goes to Summer Wind Dancer, 2 lengths over Pesci. Miss Lauren re-rallied for third, maybe Sparkling Ava for fourth.
Summer Wind Dancer gets the victory here. She's breaking a 10-race win streak, losing streak, although she had been very impressive against some better horses over the course of that streak. She obviously had been running quite well. Gets a little class relief here, pulls off the upset over the favored Pesci, with Miss Lauren, the Argentinian import, rallying from off the pace into the third spot. The winner, Summer Wind Dancer, a Greyer-owned 4-year-old daughter of Siberian Summer from Native Wind Dancer by Incinerator, was bred in California by Richard Wyra, Yvette Wyra, Linda Vetter, and Deborah Penny. Owned by the breeders and trained by Jeff Mullins, Victor Espinoza riding once again. Summer Wind Dancer covers the 1 mile and a 16th in 1:41 and 2. We're going to head to Belmont Park now, where they had a stakes-laden weekend. We're going to go all the way back to last Thursday for the running of the Fashion Stakes for 2-year-old fillies, $75,000 on offer. Let's head down to Belmont, the running of the Fashion.
And they're off. Chocolate Brown streaking right to the lead quickly. She's in front by 2. Passageways on the chase second. Tax Considerations third now. And Western Princess is fourth. A break of 4 back to Limited Entry, who just came walking out of the starting gate. Cost her dearly. And the trailer is Coconut Popsicle, but the leader is Chocolate Brown.
who's blazing the way. She's opened up a 4-length lead coming to the top of the stretch. An eye-popping quarter there of 21 3/5 seconds for Chocolate Brown. Passageway is second. Here comes Limited Entry. Limited Entry coming up on the outside, and Western Princess at the rail. Chocolate Brown, Javier Castellanos like a statue on her at the 8th pole, leads by 3.5 lengths. Limited Entry's really running a big race, but still is second inside the 8th pole. Western Princess is third. They're coming down to the finish, and it's going to be Chocolate Brown and Limited Entry, and Chocolate Brown wins, and wins with something left. 1 by 2 on the wire. A remarkably good race there for Limited Entry. Off last and came on to run well to be second, and Western Princess was third.
Chocolate Brown drawing clear by 1 3/4 over Limited Entry, making up a little bit of ground late in the stretch under Pad Day. Western Princess settling for the 3rd spot, but it was the second choice in the wagering. Chocolate Brown under Javier Castellano drawing clear in a nice effort in her stakes debut. Chocolate Brown is a dark bay or brown 2-year-old filly, a daughter of Lionhearted from Twin Lights by Holy Bull. Bred in New Jersey by Dennis Drazen, owned by the breeder and trained by Jason Service. Ridden to victory by Javier Castellano, Chocolate Brown covers the 5 furlongs of the historic fashion in 57 4. We're going to head back to Belmont now for the running of the Grade 3 Flash Stakes on Friday, $100,000 5 furlong sprint for the 2-year-olds. Let's head back to Belmont in the running of the Flash.
And they're off. Primal Storm is breaking on top. Primal Storm hustles out of there. Winning Expression is there, and down toward the inside, departing now. Winning Expression went wide going into the turn. 00 is sent on through. Winning Expression's now wide and 4th. 5 lengths back to Goldjoy, out sprinted in the early going here. And they are all chasing Primal Storm. And Winning Expression to the attack. 3 furlongs from the finish line. 00 is right there, 2 in between horses, and departing now a long way back to Goldjoy. 4 of them will arrive at the top of the stretch together, but it's still Primal Storm in front as the field turns for home. Primal Storm off the turn with a 2-length lead. Winning Expression on the outside, departing now 3rd toward the rail. 00 is 4th into the final furlong, and it's a hand ride by Shane Sellers with Primal Storm in a dominating victory. Followed by Winning Expression second, and it is all Primal Storm. He cruised through the stretch here at Belmont today, and he won by 5.5 or 6 lengths. Then it was Winning Expression second, and Goldjoy came on for third.
Primal Storm drawing clear by 7. Very impressive lengths as the odds-on choice from Winning Expression. Long shot Goldjoy picking up some ground late to finish in the 3rd spot at 21 1. The winner, Primal Storm, very impressive in his prior start, breaking his maiden impressively. He is a 2-year-old son of Stormbrute from Prismatil by Stalwart, bred in Kentucky by Everest Stable, owned by Keith Asmussen, trained by Steve Asmussen, and ridden to victory by Shane Sellers. Primal Storm covers the 5 furlongs in 57 2. We've got one more stakes race from the weekday cards. We're going to head right back down to Belmont Park now for Saturday's, or for Friday's running rather, of the Grade 1 Acorn, formerly the first leg of New York's Triple Tiara for fillies. Nonetheless, it is still a very important Grade 1 mile for 3-year-old fillies. Let's head down to Belmont Park in the running of the Acorn.
And they're off. La Reina, and there goes Bohemian Lady up to grab the lead. It is Bohemian Lady in front. Friendly Michelle, though, flashing her speed from the outside. Magical Illusion comes up the rail. Bending Springs is right there 4th. Victory USA comes on through to be 5th. La Reina is now 6th on the outside. Then a break of 4 lengths back to Island Sand. And the early trailer is Society Selection. 7 lengths from a good battle up front. And they battled through a quarter in 23 2. Bohemian Lady and Friendly Michelle pushing her along. Magical Illusion just in behind them 3rd. La Reina in the clear 4th. Bending Springs only 2 lengths from the lead, and she's 5th. Victory USA has lost a couple spots. She's back racing in 6th. And then at Society Selection, she's buried at the inside, on the inside of the trailer, Island Sand. They've run a half mile here in 45 4/5 seconds. They're moving right along now, and it is Bohemian Lady with the narrow lead. Friendly Michelle, though, right there with her on the outside. La Reina is poised in 3rd with 3 furlongs to go. Magical Illusion is moving well, while down on the inside, Bending Springs is in between horses now. Island Sand and Society Selection is buried at the inside as the field turns for home. Friendly Michelle hand-ridden into the stretch and into the lead. It is Friendly Michelle. Now in front, Bohemian Lady has dropped back second. Here comes Island Sand. Island Sand is rallying. Society Selection comes on the far outside. Island Sand short lead. Friendly Michelle battles on toward the inside, bending strings, and Society Selection. And here's the wire, and Island Sand scores by a bit more than 2 lengths, and it was dead tight for second between Friendly Michelle and Society Selection.
Island Sand justifying her long shot second place finish in the Kentucky Oaks with a very nice victory, a length and 3/4 over Society Selection, who was well back early. Friendly Michelle made the lead at the top of the stretch, was running quite nicely, but did fade late to finish third. The winner, Island Sand, 2 nice efforts over the winter time in New York, did run second in the Fantasy, second in the Kentucky Oaks, vindicating those performances with a victory here in Grade 1 company. She's a dark bay or brown 3-year-old daughter of Tabasco Cat from Sue's Last Dance by 49er. Bred in Kentucky by Richard D. Maynard and owned by James Osborne. Trained by Larry Jones and ridden to victory by Terry Thompson. Island Sand covers the 1 mile at Belmont Park in 1:34 and 4. We're going to pause now for a brief message, and when we return, we'll be taking a look at a stakes-laden Belmont Stakes card. Please stay with us.
Who is this woman? A world-class tennis player? A famous fashion model? No, this is Diane Nelson, one of the nation's top-ranked jockeys. When Diane rides, she wants the best horse. And when Diane has a day off, she wants the best entertainment. And that's at the Teletheater Clubhouse.
If you haven't been to the Teletheater Clubhouse yet, you're missing something. It's really for everyone. Bring your friends, your family, and come on down.
The Teletheater Clubhouse, Central Avenue, Albany.
By supporting NTRA Charities and its affiliates, you help horses stay safe and healthy before, during, and after their racing careers. You help the people and the communities that are home to NTRA member tracks and farms. And you help Ronald McDonald House Charities worldwide. NTRA Charities, serving our community and yours.
Welcome back, everyone, to Horses and Courses. We're going to continue now with Belmont Stakes Day racing action. Kicking off with the Grade 2 Vagrancy Handicap, older fillies and mares sprinting 6.5 furlongs. Let's head down to New York in the running of the Vagrancy.
And they're off. Zazus was off to a tardy start. There goes Quan Yan now, who's racing for the lead down the backstretch. And the favorite, Bear Fan, is right there with her on the inside. Aspen Gal runs along in third. Beauty Halo far outside fourth. Kitty Knight up there close and under a Busy Ride running in fifth position. Chiramoya sixth, and on the far outside, Multivita seventh by 4. Then Smoke and Frolic and the late starting Zazuth. Bear Fan blazes the way around the far turn and rattled off a quarter in 21 and 4. Kitty Knight comes through on the inside of Quan Yan. Aspen Gal rallies. Fourth and second now is Aspen Gal. 3 furlongs from the line. Bear Fan still in control. The leader a length and a half. Quan Yan and Aspen Gal giving chase. Kitty Knight is now fourth toward the inside. Beauty Halo 4 lengths from the lead and fanned wide as the field turns for home. Off the turn into the stretch, Bear Fan ran a half in 44 and 3, and she's streaking past the 8th pole with a widening lead. 5 lengths clear now. Aspen Gal, and here comes Smoke and Frolic with a late run, but will never get close to Bear Fan, who wins big. Bear Fan under the line, and she won by 10. Smoke and Frolic was second, and Aspen Gal was third.
Bear Fan in her second New York appearance, both of them at Belmont Park, both of them rousing wins, including this 9-length odds-on romp, setting a new track record for the 6.5 furlong distance. Bear Fan opened up early and never looked back, winning by 9 over the late charging Smoke and Frolic, with Aspen Gal back in the third spot after pressing the pace 3 wide early. The winner, Bear Fan, is a 5-year-old bay mare, a daughter of Pine Bluff from She's Along by Shimitori. Bred in California by Wesley Ward, owned by Wesley Ward in partnership with Peter Fan, trained by Wesley Ward, and ridden to victory by John Velasquez. Bear Fan covers the 6.5 furlongs in a new track record time of 1:14 and 2. Continuing stakes racing action from Belmont Day, the True North Breeders' Cup Handicap, 6 furlongs for 3-year-olds and up. sprinters going for Grade 3 credentials. Let's head back down to New York in the running of the True North.
And they're off. Spitestown gets out there quickly. Cat Genius is going to run with them right from the beginning. Cat Genius, Spitestown, and they hook up in a torrid duel right from the beginning. And farther back, Key Deputy moves through between horses third. Buzzy's Gold fourth down toward the inside. On the far outside, it's Pohave, who is now 3 wide and fifth. And Canadian Frontier, followed by Sing Me Back Home, First Blush, and the trailer is Mabry's Boy. A wicked first quarter, 21 and 2, 5 seconds. Cat Genius really rolling right along here. And here comes Spitestown to take a run at them as they approach the top of the stretch. Pohave is poised in third position. Key Deputy is now back to fourth. Then farther back on the inside, Buzzy's Gold is called on for his run. Canadian Frontier, the half in a sensational 43 and 3. Spitestown takes over. Cat Genius could not keep up that impossible pace. And farther back, Pohave is third and moving belatedly down to the final 16th of a mile. It is Spitestown and Johnny Velasquez. Cat Genius chasing him home. Race against the clock. Spitestown wins. Length and a half. 108 flat. Cat Genius second, close for third between Pohave and Sing Me Back Home.
Spitestown picking up the victory here again as the favorite in very impressive style. Spitestown only making his 14th career start. This guy has had quite a number of setbacks, has now made 3 starts this season, all very, very impressive. Spitestown draws clear by a length and a half from the early speed of Cat Genius. Pohave in from California to pick up the third spot. The winner, Spitestown, a 6-year-old chestnut son of Gone West from Silken Cat by Storm Cat. He was bred in Kentucky by Aaron and Marie Jones. He is owned by Mr. and Mrs. Eugene Melnick and trained by Todd Fletcher. Ridden to victory by John Velasquez. Spitestown covers the 6 furlongs of the True North in 108 flat. We're going to continue with Belmont Stakes racing action with the Just a Game Breeders' Cup Handicap. This is a $250,000 mile on the turf for fillies and mares. Let's head back to New York in the running of the Just a Game.
And they're off. And it's Vanguardia going to the front, risk-averse away, well on the outside. Etoile Montant down toward the rail. Fast Cookie races up to join the leaders on the far outside. Fourth. Wonder Again is now fifth. Coney Kitty races in sixth. Dedication under stout restraint near the back of the pack, and Intercontinental trails the field while down on the inside. And it's Risk Averse who comes away with the lead down the back stretch. Just to her inside there, it's Vanguardia. On the outside, Fast Cookie. Etoile Montant continues to hug the hedge while in fourth position. And in between horses, a headstrong Coney Kitty. Coney Kitty now a little difficult to handle. Wonder Again is there 3 wide, and Coney Kitty steadied in traffic. Then it's Intercontinental, and she's ranked 2, and the rider had to check there. Jerry Bailey had to check on Intercontinental, and Dedication trails the field. The half goes in 46 and 4/5 seconds. Around the far turn, Vanguardia short lead. Risk Averse, who led down the backstretch, now second, 3 furlongs to go. Etoile Montant to the inside. Coney Kitty is in between horses. Fast Cookie is right there. Intercontinental looking for a way through. It's in very tight for her, and now the field turns for home. And Guardia's got a short lead. Risk Averse right there on the outside. Intercontinental is all bottled up. Dedication coming there on the far outside. Etoile Montant down toward the rail. They're coming into the final furlong, and into the breach goes Intercontinental and takes a short lead as Vanguardia battles on, but will be second coming down to the line. It's going to be Intercontinental to win it, going away at the end by a length and a half. Vanguardia was second. Etoile Montant, stablemate of the winner, was third, and Risk Averse was fourth.
Intercontinental weaving through horses, splitting rivals late and drawing clear with a very explosive late move. Lovely, beautifully bred 4-year-old filly, just looked terrific coming through the stretch under Jerry Bailey. Vanguardia right there every step of the way in the early going at 24-1, held on well for second as Intercontinental stablemate at Etoile Montant finishes in the third spot with a fairly close-up effort. Risk Averse, the early pace setter, fading to fourth. The winner, Intercontinental, is a bay 4-year-old daughter of Danehill from Hasili by Kayasi. Bred in Great Britain by Juddmonte Farm, she is a sister to champion Banks Hill, owned by Juddmonte and trained by Bobby Franco. Ridden to victory by Jerry Bailey, Intercontinental covers the flat mile of the Just a Game Breeders' Cup in 133 and 1. We're going to continue with stakes racing action from Belmont now with the Grade 2 Riva Ridge Handicap for 3-year-olds. Sprinters going 7 furlongs. Let's head back to Belmont Park and the running of the Riva Ridge.
They are in the gate, and they're off. Stolen Time breaking sharply for the lead, and there goes Value Plus, who comes on through Smokeum and Abundanza, and Teton Force is right there in the thick of it too. Smokeum up for a short lead, Teton Force, Value Plus, those three scrambling for the lead down the backstretch run. Abundanza fourth, and Fire Slam rides the rails in fifth. Stolen Time and Saratoga County the trailer. Teton Force, Smokeum going head-to-head through a quarter in 22 and 2/5 seconds. Value Plus hovering just outside them third. Abundanza in hand, while fourth Fire Slam continues on the inside. Fifth, he's only 3 lengths from the lead with 4 furlongs to go. And then it's Stolen Time, and Saratoga County is asked for more run as they round the far turn. Smokeum continues to go head-to-head here with Teton Forest. The two of them head-to-head through a half in 45 flat. Teton Forest has wrested a narrow lead from Smokeum. Value Plus poised on the outside. Abundanza's moving well, and so too is Fire Slam, who will try to come through on the inside. And now the field turns for home, and Teton Forest is in a drive. Smokeum couldn't stay with him, and Fire Slam comes up the fence, and those two head-to-head for the lead. Teton Forest and Fire Slam. Abundanza driving hard third at the 16th pole. Fire Slam takes the lead. It is Fire Slam ding-donging it down to the line with Teton Forest. Fire Slam wins it by a nose. Over Teton Forest, Abundanza was third.
Fire Slam picking up the victory. This guy running his career mark to 5.48. He had been on the Derby Trail. They decided to drop him back to sprinting, and he has impressed very nicely since that time. Here getting a head victory just inside of Teton Forest, the two of them coming down the stretch in quite a battle. Abundanza picking up a little bit of ground in the late stages. Favored Value Plus was a little bit wide early and backed out rather early, finishing 6th in the field of 7. The winner, Fire Slam, is a bay 3-year-old son of Grand Slam from Miss Firefly by Salt Lake. Bred in Kentucky by Julie Jones-Mogi and owned by Stan Fulton. Trained by David Carroll and ridden to victory by Pat Day, Fire Slam covers the 7 furlongs at Belmont in 1:20 and 4. We're going to head back onto the turf now for the running of the Grade 1 Manhattan Handicap. 1.25 miles on the turf for the older horses. Let's head back down to New York in the running of the Manhattan.
And they're off. Quest Star and King's Drama down toward the inside. Stroll is right up with the leaders as they make their way toward the first turn. And it's King's Drama who comes away with the lead from his inside post. Quest Star is second in between horses. Stroll will be caught 3 wide going into the clubhouse turn. Mr. O'Brien saves ground, racing fourth. Then in between horses, it's Millennium Dragon. Epicenter has found his way to the inside. Then farther back in the field, it's Kickin' Chris. Millennium Dragon near the back of the pack now, along with Meteor Storm and Request for Parole, muzzled and suppressed by Jose Santos as they make their way into the backstretch run. King's Drama bandies with Quest Star for the lead through an opening quarter of 23 and 4/5 seconds. Stroll sitting chilly while third. Mr. O'Brien is under a long hold, and he's well relaxed while running along in fourth. Epicenter hugs the hedge in 5th position, and then it's Kickin' Chris, followed in between horses by Meteor Storm and Millennium Dragon, and Request for Parole is still reserved at the back of the pack. The half went in 48 and 2/5 seconds. The field moving for the far turn now. Quest Star and King's Drama. Now they're beginning to pick up the tempo. Quest Star and King's Drama going at it head-to-head now as they hit the far turn. Stroll on the outside. Mr. O'Brien now asks for run. He's right up there running along in fourth. Epicenter is under a drive, and he's dropped 3 lengths from the lead in 5th position. Millennium Dragon is kicking in from 6th, Kickin' Chris on the far outside. Request for Parole from the back of the pack, and Meteor Storm, and it's wide open. There's only 5 lengths from front to back as the field turns for home. Here comes Stroll. Here comes Millennium Dragon on the outside. King's Drama digs down. So too Quest Star. Epicenter at the fence. Meteor Storm is charging hard. Request for Parole trying to pick his way through. It's King's Drama, Millennium Dragon, and here comes Meteor Storm to surge past and win the Manhattan. It is Meteor Storm to win it by 1.5 lengths on the line.
Meteor Storm coming in off of two very impressive performances going longer. In California, the only horse in the race that was shortening up in distance, allowed to go up at 6-1 and picks up a 1.25 victory over the game Millennium Dragon, who kept his nose in front of Mr. O'Brien, who had been well placed early, dropped back late, and re-rallied into the stretch to finish third. The winner, a Meteor Storm, is a bay 5-year-old son of Big Stone from Hunt the Sun by Rainbow Quest. Bred by Juddmonte Farm in Great Britain, now owned by the Horizon Stable and trained by Wally DeLasse. Ridden to victory by Jose Valdivia, Meteor Storm puts himself right into the middle of the championship picture in the turf division with a victory at 1.25 miles on the firm turf in 1:59 and 1. Of course, the big race of the day, the Grade 1 Belmont Stakes, 1.5 miles once around the big oval at Belmont Park. Smarty Jones looking for immortality with a run for the Triple Crown. Let's head back down to New York in the running of the Grade 1 Belmont Stakes.
Moments away from the start. Will he take his place in racing history? We'll see. They're off in the 136 Belmont. Smarty Jones got off to a good beginning today. Eddington not off particularly well. Rock Hard 10 is showing speed this afternoon. He's right up there with Smarty Jones, who's on the outside. Purge comes through on the rail, and Eddington will be on the outside of Smarty Jones as they move into the clubhouse turn. And then it's Cayman now, who's running 5th and angles over toward the inside. Birdstone in between horses 6th, Royal Assault to 7th. Master David is reined in to run back in 8th position, and Longshot Tap Dancer trails the field. Purge is the leader. Rock Hard 10 right up on the pace today, and Stuart Elliott trying to find a comfort zone there with Smarty Jones. They're in the clear on the outside 3rd, not far behind Jerry Bailey and Eddington running along in 4th. Then they're followed by Royal Assault and Birdstone on the outside. The opening quarter went in 24 1/5 seconds, the half 48 3/5 seconds. The pace is fairly soft, and Smarty Jones has taken the lead as they begin their long journey down the Belmont backstretch. But he's not going to get a breather. It is Eddington to press him all the way, and Rock Hard 10 looms large just in behind the lead. He's only 2 lengths behind Smarty Jones now. There's a break of another 2.5 lengths back, and Purge down toward the inside. He's working harder to be 4th. Birdstone's alongside him. The field now moving for the 5 furlong marker. Smarty Jones, a challenge on the inside from Rock Hard 10. There's 5 furlongs to go, just a minute from the wire, and Smarty Jones has to hold on to that lead for just 1 minute more. Rock Hard 10 is pressing him from the inside. Eddington is working harder to stay within 2 lengths of the lead. Birdstone commences a rally. He's 6 lengths from the front. Purge has nothing left. Then farther back it's Royal Assault, Master David, and Tap Dancer around the far turn, and it's Smarty Jones. He lets it out a notch to lead by 1.5 lengths. Birdstone is coming up on the outside. Rock Hard 10 is toiling. He's now 3 lengths behind. They're coming to the top of the stretch. Smarty Jones is a 4-length lead. Birdstone is moving to be 2nd on the outside. Rock Hard 10 is back to 3rd, and Smarty Jones enters the stretch to the roar of 120,000. But Birdstone is going to make him earn it today. The whip is out on Smarty Jones. It's been 26 years. It's just 1 furlong away. Birdstone is an upside fret. They're coming down to the finish. Can Smarty Jones hold on? Here comes Birdstone. Birdstone surges past. Birdstone wins the Belmont Stakes. Smarty Jones was valiant but vanquished, finishing 2nd. Royal Assault came on to be 3rd.
I have to say, to many people, this was the biggest disappointment that they have felt since, perhaps since Spectacular Bid. Back in 1979, as Smarty Jones appeared to have it won at the top of the stretch after having run an awfully fast early and middle fraction. The early fraction's okay. It was the middle, 111.76 and the 135.44 that may have done Smarty Jones in, and Birdstone making a bit of a plodding move, picking up a length victory at 36-1 to upset the Triple Crown chance of Smarty Jones and Stu Elliott, who had gone into this race undefeated. Royal Assault picking up the 3rd spot, another 8 lengths back behind the 2nd place finisher, Smarty Jones. But a very exciting day at Belmont Park, an awful lot of people there to see history being made. Unfortunately, it was not to be, but a nice run by Birdstone, a very gracious acceptance speech by the Connections, who are obviously a little bit disappointed that they too missed out on the chance to see the historic Triple Crown. Nonetheless, I'm sure that that everyone connected with Birdstone still pleased as could be with the victory. The winner, Birdstone, who we did see break his maiden up here at Saratoga, was already a Grade 1 winner going into this performance. Only a victory this year, however, had been an allowance company in his return race early this year. Birdstone is a 3-year-old bay son of Grindstone from Dear Birdie by Stormbird. Bred in Kentucky by Mrs. Whitney and owned by Mrs. Whitney, trained by Nick Zito, right up here at Saratoga in preparation for the Belmont Stakes. Birdstone covers the 1.5 miles of the Grade 1 Belmont Stakes in 2:27 and 2. We've got one more stakes race to bring to you. They did have racing despite the mess that was left behind, as about 120,000 people left Belmont Park very late on the evening of the Belmont Stakes. They did manage to get the place back together and run the races on Sunday as well. Their stakes feature was the Hill Prince Handicap, or the Hill Prince Stakes rather, for 3-year-olds on the turf. Let's head back down to New York once more for the running of the Hill Prince.
And they're off. Kennel up. Breaks in stride. Artie Schiller off to a good beginning on the outside. Timo's right there in between those two. And then Big Booster is reined in to run in behind the early leaders in 4th. Good Reward to the inside quickly, and War Trace will be the early trailer. Around the first turn, and it's Kennel Up, moving at a leisurely early pace here to lead by 1.5 lengths. Artie Schiller sitting chilly while running in 2nd. Timo now beginning to pick it up early, and on the outside, a headstrong Big Booster tugs his way up toward the lead. They stroll through the opening quarter in 26 seconds flat, sensing that. Richard Migliori sends Artie Schiller up for the lead now. Artie Schiller in front. Kennel Up runs along in 2nd. They're beginning to pick up that tempo now. Then on the outside, Timo runs along in 3rd. War Trace is 4th. Big Booster now a bit more settled, and Good Reward trails the field. The half goes in 51 2/5 seconds. As they approach the far turn, Artie Schiller kept busy by Kennel Up on the inside. Artie Schiller, though, lets it out a notch to lead at the half-mile pole by 1.5 lengths. Now Timo has given his cue, and there goes Timo. And he will try to challenge Artie Schiller for the lead as they round the far turn, but Artie Schiller still going well. Leads by a length. Timo now beginning to get closer, 2nd. Here comes Big Booster now ranging up on the outside 3rd. Kennel Up is 4th and down toward the hedge. Good Reward swings into action now on the outside. Then in between horses, War Trace, and they're off the turn into the stretch. Artie Schiller is sprinting. Artie Schiller is sprinting past the 8th pole, and he leads by 2 lengths while full of run. Timo, though, continues to fight on as they come down to the final 16th. Big Booster and Good Reward. They're coming down to the finish, and it will be Artie Schiller who finishes full of run to win it by 2 lengths on the line. Timo was 2nd, and Big Booster was 3rd.
Artie Schiller, whose patented running style is to come flying late here, the pace was so slow early that he was within a 1/2 length after going 1/4 mile. He ended up on the front end just about every step of the way, drawing clear 1 3/4 lengths over his rival Timo, with Big Booster rallying into the 3rd spot to with a nice move, but no match for the top 2, particularly after the early fractions were very, very slow. The winner, Artie Schiller, is a bay 3-year-old son of El Prado from Hidden Light by Majestic Light. He was bred in Kentucky by Horace Dumézeray, owned by Timber Bay Farm and Mrs. Thomas Walsh, trained by Jimmy Jerkins, and ridden to victory by Richie Migliori. Artie Schiller covers the 1.8 miles on the turf course at Belmont in 1 minute 50 seconds flat. That's going to wrap up a very busy Belmont Stakes program. Thank you for joining us. We hope you'll be able to join us again next time for Horses and Courses. Until then, I'm Jean Wood. Have a great week at the races.
the only one charging. Shoot the alarm is rolling up for fourth. They bend off the turn and come for home. It's a match race. Who wants it more? 101st on the inside. He's put away Sparks Lake now as they come to the 8th pole. 101st just